Yeah, question. What does it mean for self-realization to be permanent and not temporary? That's a good question. I've seen a lot of people have experiences regarding, self-realization or certain openings that are claimed as seeing through the illusion. And often it's forgotten. Often these realizations become partial, um, partial realizations whereby very soon after the seeing through of the illusion is claimed as an experience, and what claims it as an experience is a going back to the creating a memory of it, creating a thought of it, and having that same subject object relating as before. And it can be quite confusing for the individual who has seen through the illusion, but is now caught up in thinking back to that experience. And that thinking back to that experience is now caught up in what we call experience. So it's a partial realization whereby, on one hand, there's the individual has seen through the illusion and cannot deny it, and on the other hand, it's caught within the subject-object relating of the ego mind or the ego pattern. The permanent self-realization is different. Um, the permanent self-realization is a seeing through the illusion, but at the same time going beyond the main attachment, which is the attachment to the body. You see, a lot of people that have these experiences of self-realization or seeing through it comes from may be seeing through their mental and emotional attachment to their sense of identity, but that's not the sense of the body. So those two attachments, mental and emotional, which maintain a sense of identity, personal identity, to some extent can be seen through, and a lot of people see through that, and you can have quite an opening, quite an experience. But that's seeing through one's identity. But then seeing through one's identity then leads to the ultimate attachment, which is to the body. And as we know, you are not the body. So going beyond attachment, going beyond identity, but then going beyond your attachment to the body is something else that requires a type of meditation or a type of awareness or trained intellect, really. I know this may sound, Steve, you're saying you need to do something. To some extent, you do. To some extent, you do. You need to, for instance, you have done something when you've gone beyond your identity. You've remained as awareness, and yet there's no one doing that. But that is action. Action is remaining as awareness. Then there's the action of going beyond the emotional demand or possessiveness of identity. That in itself is harder, but the principle is still the same. The action remains being awareness, and no one's doing it. And then there's going beyond the body attachment, which is the same thing, but in going beyond the body attachment, this is where it is good if one is being instructed, one is being given um, clarification or clarity, in the position they're taking in terms of meditation and go of the body. Um, until you get to that, there's no real self-realization. At the moment, we're kind of in the sandpit, really, when it comes to the letting go of the selves. So a lot of it is temporary because we're still in the sandpit, playing with castles, playing with sand. It's people in this Western consumerist identity, we're still very much so obsessed with our identity and overcoming it. And we fail to miss that the real thing to overcome is the idea that you are the body, the ultimate objectification, the ultimate identification whereby you become the thought of your body. In classical Advaita or classical Christian mysticism or Buddhism, that is what it's about. But in the latter years, we focus more on the identity, which is just a reaction to body attachment. That's the interesting thing. Overcoming that has become a game, has become, someone overcoming themselves or whatever. But anyway, but it does go deeper, and I think that's probably, yeah, going deeper than that is probably not as common or as popular, going beyond the body identification. So that's why there is a temporary seeing, there is a seeing through the illusion, but then having a temporary effect because you've only overcome your identity. The permanent comes when you overcome the body attachment, and then there, where the body attachment opens up, the true body of reality appears, which is consciousness itself, but it's a consciousness in itself that can rate from within itself, sees itself as the root of all appearance, and sees itself in all things. Like that, that's where it becomes permanent. Despite life happening, that remains permanent.